The contributory pension scheme is a system where 15% is saved by both the employer and the employee.
Although the government is doing its best to salvage our problems, but I think the man who is sick may be the right person to tell you where the sickness is.
However, with the amended Pension Reform Act 2014, contribution is placed at 18%, where the employer pays 10%, the employee contributes 8% away from the former 7.5%.
Where we are now, from the past decade, there's been a growing confidence in the system. They have seen their funds very well managed and strictly regulated, so there's more enthusiasm into contributing more.
The era of having to wait for long before they get their pension payment is gone.
The new Pension Act 2014 stipulates a minimum of 10-year jail term for violators in a bid to eliminate poor pension fund management, outright corruption, embezzlement, inadequate build-up of funds, and non-remittance.
Breaches in the management of pension funds more severe in terms of punishment. So that alone will become a deterrence to anybody who will attempt to mismanage pension funds.
From what the president said about looking to automate the payment process, that should remove some of the leakages in the system.
But there is a twist. Some retirees said that the amended act has nothing to do with the increment accrued to them based on constitutional provision. They are protesting the yet-to-be-paid 33% increment approved to them since 2010.
Election is coming. They will use this money for election. 2015, we are due for another increment. What kind of government are we?
With the over 4 trillion naira accumulated contributory pension funds, which is 25 times bigger than the Nigerian Sovereign Wealth Fund, the country is no longer faced with the problem of pension funds deficit. However, investing this large pool of pension assets in critical sectors of the economy is one of the major reasons Nigeria played host to experts at the just concluded World Pension Summit in Abuja.
From a deficit, it has come to a surplus. I think then the Nigerian pensions are on the right track to making the right changes.
So infrastructural projects should give a return on investment.
A new view emerged at the conference, with some participants advocating the investment of these funds in housing to assist in resolving the huge sector deficit in the country.
The health, education, housing, water, rural development, we have to look at the way of using pension to fund it.
Although workers have huge, what you call workers' capital, to the tune of 4.23 trillion naira, which is more than the size or about the size of the federal government budget in a year. This same worker can't access this money.
What is very discouraging, however, is that out of the 50 million working population, only about 6 million savings accounts have been recorded.
We would like to see a situation where even the informal sector in Nigeria and other African countries come to become part of what is happening in the pension industry.
Saving pensions for yourselves as an individual is hardly doable. You need collective buy-in, you need a strong position to get the best rates in the market on your investments. So collectively, you do much better than individually.
For the amended Pension Act to function optimally, it is important that the federal government ensure a timely release of transparent financial data necessary for monitoring of organizational performance. Chioma Onyeabor, AIT News, Abuja.